What's up, my tokers, my jokers, my smokers? It's Chef Rodney here with another edition of the Daily Chronicles. Today, y'all, we're going to talk about many things. We're going to try to extendo on a few topics, if you will. That was terrible. I'm never going to do that pun joke again. Why do I even write these? But I really want to talk about the aeroponics way. My man, CORNELL FAIRLEY from the Lazypistolz, is back on the show today, y'all. We're going to dive deeper into a little bit of what makes aeroponics, what makes him excited with aeroponics, kind of how everything ties to Michigan, and find out a different perspective of cannabis, y'all. Here it is, the Daily Chronicles coming at your faces.
All right, proceed to smoke weed.
What's up, y'all? What's up? It's the Extendo Master himself. What up, man? How's it going, brother?
How you doing, man? How you doing, Chef? How's it going tonight, man?
Pretty good, man. I appreciate you coming back on the show, gracing us again with your presence. The Extendo Master in the house.
Absolutely, man. I'm happy to be here, like every day, man. You know, I wake up, and bring the joy. That's the plan, man. Every day,
I used to does that. Now I'm just kind of like, oh, what fresh new hell awaits me today? But I have a very dim outlook in certain things. We all know this. I'm cynical as shit. But no, man, the world of Lazypistolz, the Arrow way. So I don't think that last time we got to like really talk about where this kind of idea came from. I understand a little bit of what aeroponics is. All right, there ain't very many people in Michigan doing that. I know the biggest contender, the only person that I know in Michigan doing this is Rare, and that's my point. But I will say this, I've had some of their flour and it is really good. Like, I was thoroughly impressed, and now it makes sense, and much like there's different types of cooking, for example, Szechuan isn't a flavor when you're ordering off a Chinese menu. It's a type of cooking, you know what I'm saying? So it's a different way to do it. So it's a method. My point is here, aeroponics versus traditional soil. Again, a method, we talked about the ballistics gel that, and whatnot. Still, patent pending. It's up here. Let me know. We'll talk about it. I'm just going to refer you to an ant farm, smoke weed, and be like, do that. That's pretty much it. But, aeroponics, man, remind me again, though. Okay, so I've got my, my different mediums. I got my cocoa, whatever the hell that shit is. And then you got, like, your hydroponics, and you got your dirt, and then you got aeroponics. Tell me why I should do aeroponics versus all of that.
Aeroponics, man. What I like about aeroponics, Chef Rod, man. I get it from NASA back in the 1940s, man.
All right.
As if you will, they was growing in space. And in aeroponics, man, you get, like I said, a bigger yield, faster yield, stronger, robust roots, and everything is automated and censored. And with aeroponics, man, like I said, the roots don't have to fight, and if you will, as if the roots will be in soil. They don't have to fight, and they getting sprayed with rich nutrients and misses of intervals, as in seconds, every, I say about 3 to 4 seconds to every minute or so. But it just gives you that. It just gives you that precise to focus in on the plant, and that's why I like aeroponics. And it gives you that the power, like I said, to really dive in.
I have the power.
Yeah, it really gives you that power, and you can get six yields a year out of it, as if you will, as you doing medium or soil, you get 4, maybe even 3.
Okay.
So that's why I like to turn around on the aeroponic system. And like I said, everything is automated, and with the Guardian Manager, man, you can go home. It'll alert you if something wrong with the CO2 HVAC. I mean, I love it. It's like the future of growing. But like I said, it came from like the 1940s, man. They was growing at it. The NASA was growing at it. Like, that's why I call it the airway, because it's growing in the air. Everything is enclosed environment, man, and it's pretty sweet.
So, in my head, right? No, absolutely. In my head, more to your point, I can, we all talk about things that we're familiar with. Obviously writing is something that I'm learning. Being on screen is something that I'm learning and doing this, but cooking is something that I know. It sounds like it's the sous vide of cooking to me. It really does, because you look at it this way, like you've got your grills and your deep fryers and your pots and pans and so you've got your other different mediums. Well, we boil eggs and shit. It just makes sense to put everything in a bag, zip it up and throw it in, so that's kind of, I'm not saying that's how sous vide was born. It's probably much more elegant than that, but, I digress, and I just for the sake of laughing at the situation, because that's going to help you remember it, and so that being said, like, I really do see aeroponics as being the kind of sous vide, if you will, because everything is in a contained system. Okay, so what you're doing is you're able to, with a sous vide, keep it at a consistent temperature over a consistent amount of time, first and foremost. So we talk about that consistency. So that's my comparison, first and foremost.
As long as the roots at that environmental temperature grow, you can grow anything in the airway, and that's what I love about it, man. 4 to 6 weeks. Fully fresh,
Damn.
Even fruits and veggies, man. So
that's crazy. But at the same time, do you feel that aeroponics, forget cannabis for a minute, all right, do you feel that aeroponics could be like the new, like, I wouldn't say, what was the word? Like a good farm to table, something that's substantial, like something that's going to sustainable is the word I want to use. So as far as sustainability, do you think that in order to kind of save like homeless people and just to keep up with the demand of food and fresh produce and cannabis at this point, do you think that aeroponics would be revolutionary in, the conventional way versus the conventional way of we're doing things?
I mean, I really think so. With growing something in the air and just using intervals, mist the water and a little nutrients. I mean, 95% less water, 65% less nutrients, and no soil at all, no dirt. And then you could take that, and recycle, whatever the plant got left over. People trash. You see people throw away a lot of their mediums from plants. And, I go to these yards out here, see people throw away buckets, plastic buckets full of dirt, good soil, though, if you will. Good organic soil, but they just don't, it's waste.
Believe it or not, you can reuse that.
That's what I'm saying. Absolutely, and that's something that you can reuse too. But in aeroponics, I think it gives you that advantage where you don't have to, if you will, hire so many people for labor. You don't use much of nothing, if you will. It's just like I said, everything is automated, and it allows you to focus in on the plant itself, the cannabinoids, the terpenes, and give the patients and the customers what they really want out the plant. Even if you wanted to break it down and get the CBD or the cloutin one out of the plant, you would be able to do that with the atrium system and growing aeroponically. So
if I'm being honest, an infomercial popped in my head just now. You know, it's the Arrow way. Buy this shit because it really fucking works. You know what I mean? Like, I could just see that happening. Or like, you know, Billy Mays here, back from the dead with a special TV offer. This grows weed or something. You know, and these are the comical, you know, nuances that happen in my head. I've been checked out, and they just said continue smoking weed because that fits. I don't know what that means, but here we are. No, man, I dig it. Like, so there's some kitchen appliances that I absolutely think are travesties that are just, come on, do it the old school way, because just why the fuck not, right? You know, the slap chop is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. Whatever, man. Practice your knife skills. You want to know why I can blaze through an onion? Because I've been doing it for fucking 30 years, you know? Exactly. So there's that. I know you can do it with a slap chop, but yo, look where that guy got. He didn't go very far.
Right.
Didn't he get beat up in a fucking strip club or some shit?
I think so.
I think he did too, because he was also the ShamWow guy, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Oh man, he got sham punched in the fucking face is what happened. But you know, it sucks being that guy, but at the same time, that's what you get for touching and selling slap chops. So you know, karma. But in all seriousness, I do see like the aeroponics way being very similar to, in my mind, at least sous vide, because you can contain everything, and that's the point of sous vide. You consistent temperature over consistent time with containment of, you know, certain flavors and things of that nature. Color me curious. Seriously, color me. I would love to grow aeroponically, you know, here soon. So maybe we'll talk about, you know, you've seen the setup. You know, we'll figure something out where we can do that.
Absolutely.
My question is this. So I did a little something for you, okay? I had some male plants that I had to get rid of. It sucked. It is what it is. It's a travesty, I know, but I'm going to recycle them. So I got the roots out of the dirt, and I cleaned them. I'm going to clean them. I'm going to dry them, okay? Because I'm testing a theory here. I heard from a lot of hippie voices and a lot of people that are homeopathic, you know, remedies and things of that nature, that if you, no matter if you soak those, though, there's nutrients in the roots. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Soak them in teas and shit, and you drink that, and it's supposed to, you know, make you feel better. I'm gonna test it. So my question is this: can you do that shit with, like, say you're done growing your plant aeroponically? Can you let those roots dry out and do the same thing?
Absolutely.
Ooh.
So this is the thing with aeroponics. This is what I like about it. So the water be damn near better than the water you drink. So yeah. So in aeroponics, they try. They have the best water. You use the best water and make sure that water.
Speaking of best water, I got something I want to talk about. So remind me about best water here in a second.
Okay, yeah, because you want to make that pH is perfect, because like you are what you eat. So we want to make sure there's no contaminants with the aeroponic system. You'll be able to track that and make sure the environment, like, as long as the environment is to the T, and you got you locked in. So that's what I like about it. And the roots just dangle. And like I was saying about the roots, after you get finished with the plant, the roots, they have all that nutrients in them. So like I said, you can use that nutrients. You can keep that in water. Like I said, just like you just said, let them roots sit in that water, and you could just use that water, man, because the nutrients and all the natural resources coming from the roots is in that water, so you could use that as well. That's
so
why
it's like nutrient runoff, basically.
Oh man, yes.
But I would imagine that like a lot of nutrients in that water are the fake nutrients that you're spraying. So I don't know I don't see anything wrong with it. It's just liquid, you know, nutrients. But funny story. So I prescribe to a few of these grower guides and grower, you know, these other little growing shows and stuff on Facebook and YouTube and the like. So every now and then, some kind of comment or joke or something pops up that catches our eyes when we're perusing through, believing that we're actually, you know, having friends. And I read that Pellegrino is like absolutely amazing for weed. And here's why. Okay, I had to look this up again, so I took a screenshot. But Pellegrino's pH is 7.6 at the source. That's ridiculous. Okay, that's damn near perfect. Calcium's at 164, chlorides 49.4, bicarbonates 243, fluoride 0.5, lithium 0.2, magnesium 49.5, nitrates 2.9, potassium 2.2, silica 7.1, sodium 31.2, strontium 2.7, and sulfates 402 with a TDS of 854, which makes it goddamn great for growing weed. That's everything you need.
Yeah. That's in soil though, right?
Well, here's the thing. My question is this: that's Pellegrino. That's a water. That's that you could buy it. It's a bit pricey, but shit. Now that I know it's got all that in it, you about to sell out. You know what I mean? So, my question is this: what if I just took a spray bottle with just Pellegrino and I wanted to test this, and could I just mist that Pellegrino over and see what happens?
Yes, absolutely. Why not?
Well,
experiment with everything, right?
Let's get it. Let's get it. I wonder if you did that with Kool-Aid, if it would work. Like if it would like actually grow like lemon lime or something.
Hey, you never know.
No, you don't. It's the thing. The moment you think it, you're like, there's no way this will work, and now you got a liger. You know what I mean? So you're like, shit, here we go.
Seriously.
Playing nature, one cannabis plant at a time.
Yeah.
Yo, but at the same time though, like real talk, now we know Batman why he went after Poison Ivy. He was like, yo, she got the best weed though.
Hey, facts.
I love it, man. Well, you know what? Let's do this. Let's take a real quick commercial break on one of our new sponsors, y'all. Monroe Street Fair. When we come back with my man C, we're going to talk about the first time dubs, man. When we get back real quick, Monroe Street Fair. That's the Monroe Street Fair, y'all. Check this out. Like, we've got a bunch of stuff planned with them. You're gonna love it. It's gonna be amazing. But we've made it to the.
For that.
Oh, dude, it's insane. It's there's so much that I want to tell people, but I can't because contractual obligations. I hate those. Moving on. The first time dubs, my man. So I want to talk about like let's put the Arrowway down for a second. Like we know why you decided to go to that. So like I want to know. That first time kind of smoking weed, like that first time we was talking about, like, I want to know more about that, I want to talk about kind of like what happened, man. So remind the viewers again, the listeners again, of like your first time, situation smoking, and then I'll elaborate off that.
Yep, I'll continue that. It was with my brother, man. We was, like I said, we was hooping, man, with my friend, with our friends,
Right.
neighbors and stuff hooping, and we just got finished hooping, and my brother, it was a good game. We was chilling out, and he said he had something to enhance my skills.
Right.
And I said, it was everybody was joking, laughing about it. I'm like, man, can't shit enhance my hooping skills, man. Shit,
Right.
this is what we do. We practice to get better. I said, no, man, I got something else, It's cannabis medicine.
I got that Space Jam.
Yeah, he introduced
I got that Space Jam.
So I really wasn't, I really wasn't really hip to it like they was, you know what I'm saying? And it was just me and my brother, and the rest of his friends were, if you were Caucasian, they already knew about it, hipped on it, and they were like, man.
Right.
So, but yeah, ever since then, man, it was curtains, man. It was curtains.
In a good way. I want to emphasize in a good way. But that's my point. Like, all right, so let's talk about that. Let's talk about that right there. No matter what you think of cannabis is performance enhancing, period. That's why it's a medicine, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say steroid, but it is a performance enhancer. Facts. it's not a performance enhancer like a steroid, but it does help with breathing. It does help with stamina. It does help with these things, which is why it's a positive, way if you want. Yeah. Let's go back to the Olympics, man. Your girl,
man,
she's the fastest girl in the world. You know what I'm saying? That's my point. She's killing it, but they hit her with that weed test. But how do you feel about, on the other side of this? All right, you got two other, gold Olympians that are, I forget if they play football or soccer or whatever the hell it is, but they're female as well. They just so happen to be the opposite color, and they're openly selling their legal THC in markets, which is completely fine, but they're on the same team. Why aren't they held to the same standards? That's what I want to know. What do you think about this shit?
Man, I just, I mean, I just, how I feel. I just, I'm just going to continue to push forward, man, because I just think it's silly if we all just come together and everybody think it's one mind internally and externally, I think it'd be a better place for everybody. And I just speak on fairness, but some people don't know what that is, man. And just some people just don't, respect. I don't know how can I put this in perspective. If you respect other human beings and other colors, I mean, I just call it how I see it, man. And I just want to say, I just think it should just be fair all the way across the board, man. No matter what.
Oh, dude, I'm with that. I'm with it. Exactly.
I think everybody should deserve a try. Everybody should, be able to speak their mind, man. And
then you got Simone Biles being told she couldn't do a move because ain't nobody else be able to do it.
Man.
That's my point. And I'm like, are you serious right now?
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, no. I was like, you best get better Olympians and shit.
Yeah.
But that's my point. I bet you she smoked weed. I bet you she smokes hella weed. She just ain't saying shit. And watch. It's gonna come out. They're gonna be like, all right, fine, weed use is fine. It's not Japan, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, she's gonna be like, yo, I was high as fuck when I was doing those backflips. Like, that's not even a question, yo. Olympa, what? They say it's jet lag. Nah, they blazed his shit. That's what happened. Notice the Olympics ain't never been in Amsterdam. Just notice that. But no, I find that, like, you're right, man. Everybody needs to unite.
It's
when I was growing up, it is. But when I was growing up, like, the only races we hated were the ones we didn't win. You know what I mean? That's a line from Tom McDonald, but it's never rung truer to this moment. You know what I mean? And he's very right. When we grow up, we didn't like those races we didn't win. We learn from them, though. That is the fucking point. You know what I mean? Like, stop hating on people because of the color of their skin or they speak a little bit of a different language. Learn something from them, because you might just find out that, that shit's fucking cool. You know what I mean? Like, we wouldn't have these things if we were all, racist assholes, and that war, Game of Thrones and shit, that did not turn out well for anyone. Why would we want to do that? Come on. But I wonder, though.
Got people walking around here, I say they blind, man,
So it's, I don't think I wouldn't say blind. Hang on. Let me give them a little bit of credit because they pay their taxes.
I wouldn't say blind.
I'd say horse blinders, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they can't see shit if it's not in front of them. That's the thing. And even if it is in front of them, ain't nobody really want to, like, actually put in the backbone and the work. They just want to pick it up, dry it off, and put it down 2 seconds later. And they're like, yo, I did that. I'm like, no, you didn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I never thought that I would be that kind of, I don't know, terrible terrapin to be saying that, to date myself and make me look like some kind of monolithic reptile. But I didn't really ever think that, I would say that. I didn't even think I would live to the point to where I would be able to get to say that to somebody, let alone about cannabis. But at the same time, here we are, and c'est la vie. But I feel that perspectives in growing up in cannabis are a little different because of the color of each person's skin.
Absolutely, man.
I think that it shouldn't be that way. I don't get it. Like, I just doesn't make any fucking sense to me. Like, I've tried, because here's the thing. to better understand a hunter, you got to be the hunter. You got to put your mind in the element. You got to at least look at whatever data is prevalent on that side of the fence. Okay, fine. All right. So, you know, you look at these racist facts and all of they're not facts. They're not, but these racist things, you look at these and you're like, what is this based off of? And nothing. It just happened, you know? I mean, it didn't just happen. There's slavery and all of that bullshit, but yo, that weren't that long ago. That's what motherfuckers don't remember. That was not that long ago.
Yeah.
That's it, you know? And so it's like, and then you've got, okay, to kind of change, it's similar, but you've got all of these thousands of indigenous children being found buried in nameless graves under churches in Canada. So it's not just the United States, all right? It's all of these corrupt, you know, just people. And it's fucked, man. You know, and it's just like, where's the accountability? But at the same time, I can't unbury those kids. I can't take that back. What I can do is take accountability from henceforth on with me and my people like see here. You know what I'm saying? We can come together and do what our ancestors for some reason couldn't fucking do. You know what I mean? Or couldn't understand. You know, if you want to see change in the world, be change in the world. That's it.
All, man. That's it. That's it. And that's
it's
all,
that
man.
simple.
Yeah.
You know, and go ahead, sorry.
And that's what we here for, man. That's what I'm here for. I'm here for the change. I'm here, man. You know, I got 6 kids, man. So, you know, I'm here. I'm a leader, man, you know. And that I don't even think like that, man. Some people and some people that do think like that, you just got to ignore them, man, and keep it moving because, you know, there's better things out here. There's better people out here, and people need to, you know, it's a long story to it, man. You know.
Yeah, but
people gotta understand that people gotta
right. There's a very long story there, and there's a lot of things that we're just kind of generalizing for the sake of conversation, and I understand that, and you know I'm not ignorant to that. There's a lot of tolerance, you know, understand, and from one side to the other, and for that I'll never know. You know what I'm saying? I'll never know that perspective, you know, and I don't claim to. But I do claim to disagree with it. You know, I disagree with how everything happened. I can do that. You know, that being said, in the kitchen, real talk though, it don't matter the color of your skin or the language you speak.
It don't matter, man.
It don't. You're an asshole. You're a piece of shit. That's it. You know, you live long enough, you get to fucking graduate from a piece of shit to an asshole. So that's where it's at. But
that's
you know, but here's the thing. Everybody smoke weed.
Everybody, man.
That's it.
And if they say they don't, they lying.
I had somebody tell me straight up. I was like, hey man, you smoke weed? He's like, nah, dude, I do edibles. I was like, I knew your fat ass was gonna say. And I was like, all right, cool. He's like, man, you know I do any edibles? And I was like, nah. He's like, but your knuckles say cook food. I was like, I don't speak English. And just walked away. Like, I was just like, I'm done with this kid. Like, I can't. You know those people where like you could love them as much as you possibly want. They could be amazing, X, Y, and Z. But the problem is, you know, me being the asshole that I am, I'm gonna say something to offend them, trying to just be funny, and I'm just gonna ruin it. So I had to cut that short. Great guy though. Great guy. I'm a dick. I know. I'm sorry, but you know, each perspective of the world is it's got a different hue to it. You feel me? It's got a different zing, different culture, different vibe, and I think that we should be celebrating the multitude of ones that we have on this, you know, awesome planet Earth, because we're only given one shot at this life, man. You know what I mean? And it's like.
And that's what people fail to realize, man. I just think, man, if you all come together, everybody, you know. And if it depends on where you want to go with your life and who you want to hang around and like I say, internal and external.
Yep.
Try to hang around the people that's like-minded believers like yourself and trying to get where you trying to go, man. And I really don't believe in that, you know, take that racism stuff really too serious, because, you know, my kids is mixed.
That's good.
Like
That's
I said,
good,
I got
man.
6 kids, and I got, you know, I got a kid, all black kid, so I don't, man, and I'm a leader, so I'm not gonna, man. Like I said, man, it's ways to go around there, and there's ways to teach them respectfully about everything, man. It's just
100%.
how you go about it and how you do it. That's it.
I think that we do need to make some changes to the way that we teach kids in school.
Absolutely.
That's not even. We should have done that years ago.
Stand on that, man.
Exactly. You know, I think that they're calling it critical race theory. I think I agree with that. I 100% think that that's needed. You know, and I think that. I think that a lot of things in school should change. You know, I don't need to know algebra that much unless I want to, but teach me how to balance a checkbook. You know what I mean? Teach me time management skills. Teach me, you know, these other skills. Exactly. Teach me about taxes. You know, teach me teach me how corrupt the government is. You know what I mean? Teach me that no matter what you do, you're still an asshole. You know what I mean? So it's like, teach me about these things. You know, why is home ownership important? You know, why do we grow our grass? Okay, why is the grass slowly killing? You know, and so. Teach me about these things. I don't give a shit. Well, at least I didn't. What football team wins next week? It didn't matter to me. But for those people on the football line, mad respect, dude. You know, really talented. But at the same time, like, y'all smoke weed too. I know, because, like, I just got done smoking weed with you. So, I mean, it's awesome that you can smoke weed and then go play football. That's really cool. But, like, yo, I was just smoking weed this whole time. Like, those lights look really cool, but, like, that's about it. Oh, shit. Do you see how far he kicked it? I loved football games, but I didn't care who won, because the game itself was just, like, I saw it from a different, you know, I didn't see win or lose. I felt the win or lose and the defeat or whatever have you, but, again, that's not the reason we're there. You're telling me everybody's there to watch somebody lose? That's kind of fucking, like, that's toxic as shit. You feel me? And that's not the vibe for football. That's taken away from the love of it, but... Yeah, man. I mean, I think that explains a lot in our pasts, you know, and like kind of our past of where we're going and stuff. And I love it, man. I think we're gonna take a real quick commercial break from Moreau Street Fair yet again, and we're gonna come back with the favorite dubs, man. We're gonna talk about like a little bit more of your favorite way to kind of consume. Not to mention, like, I want to touch base about the event that you went to here in Detroit, with D Mirage and a couple of our mutual friends, man. That CBD THC link up thing. Let's talk about that when we come back, brother. All right, man. Moreau Street Fair. We're gonna take a dab real quick, y'all. I gotta get this dab in. You know how it is. I'm dabbing on some skunk number 1.
Ooh, nice.
Yes, I use a huge propane torch because I'm an overzealous beaver. A little bit goes a long way.
Oh, absolutely, it does. Ooh. Yes, it do.
Skunk number 1.
That's good strength.
Pleasing all the senses there. That shit's
that's good.
That's real good right there. I got that in purple Barney still, so I'm loving that, man. I'm loving that. Yo, second dub here. This is kind of like your favorite ways to consume cannabis and why, man. Like, obviously, I want to emphasize on a little bit of edibles because, like, yo, you just went to that link up. Tell me how that happened, bro.
Yeah, man. That link up, man, that D Mirage, that was lovely, man. Every time she, like, this is my second time going, and the first time it was absolutely amazing. This time it was absolutely amazing, man. And I did not know she set the mood herself, man. I didn't know it was amazing. The food was great. This is my first time having some infused salmon, man.
Oh yeah.
Man, everything, like I said, everything was absolutely delicious and tasty, and man, it was terrific. Like I said, the mood was right. It was like a fancy. It was a fancy. It was beautiful, man. And I told her the same as well. Like that would be you guys will be the people. when my events do happen and my next events do come that involves dinner and full course meals, you guys will be, because man, everything you guys touch is like
Once you find that culinary team, it's
holy,
it's like a Midas gold touch, you know. And
holy shit, man! It's unbelievable, man.
So I got a hair up my ass lately, and I've have this incessant nature, this anarchy about me, that when it comes to cookbooks and methods and things of that nature, I just want to take them and do them wrong, just to prove that they can be broken. You know, I understand that rules and bones are meant to be broken during life, but recipes, they're more like guidelines, really, because here's the thing. If you're not researching recipes, you're doing it wrong. So if I research duck à l'orange, well, the most common thing in it's going to be duck. I mean, it's duck à l'orange. You know, this is a very citrusy, you know, savory, like, you know, seductive. It's sex on a fucking plate when it's done right, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Well, wait a minute. What if I ain't got no duck? What if I got rabbit? Why can't we have rabbit à l'orange and duck fricassee? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an infused rabbit à l'orange. Because I'm a dick. That's really what it comes down to be. I'm an asshole. That's really what it is. My bad, but at the same time, don't give a shit. I hear that these events are becoming more prominent by the people putting them on, and I think that that's fantastic. It doesn't matter what I think, but I happen to think that that's fantastic. I really like. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I said it was super delicious, man.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Like, anytime people cook, like that's a celebration. You know, that's the point. And it sucks that I missed it, but I just want to know something real quick though. Like, how come every time somebody be putting on an event in Detroit, you get reined in? Like, you get trapped in Detroit. You can't leave. You go in, you have yourselves a fantastic evening, you go back to your hotels or whatever, and then boom, you can't leave. It's floating.
Hey, man, I got out before that.
Some people didn't. Some people didn't. I mean, you know, what was it? Canicon, same thing. That wasn't too long ago.
I was stuck in that.
Yeah.
That was.
I'm just saying, like,
Ooh.
I don't know.
I seen people cars floating. Canicon.
Now, if I had to kind of, you know, narrow it down to something for you, if I remember for you. So check this out. All right, you're the extendo master, right?
Yep.
Okay. So let's say that I was trying to impress you by cooking something for you. Okay. So your favorite thing. What flavor paper, like wraps? Is it just hemp, or what is it?
Wraps, man, natural. I don't like nothing. I don't like no kind of flavor, man. No.
So like just like an organic hemp wrap would be fine.
Organic, that's it, man.
So what if I took what if I took the hemp wrap and broke it down and put that into some kind of like cone and made a cornet out of it, and took like some roasted almond and you know, some, let's say like a white widow, and made like a creme fraiche out of, or not creme fraiche, but like a custard almost out of the center of it, and then like do some creme fraiche at the top, and all of it's infused, and it tastes just like smoking out of an extendo.
Oh my gosh, man.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I could actually probably try and harness some smoke in it where you poke in the side and take the hit. I was thinking about doing that. So what you would do is you would funnel smoke into it as you're like doing your creme fraiche on the top, having the creme fraiche hopefully hold it between two layers inside of the cornet itself, and you poke it, hit it, eat it, call it a day. Yeah, I mean, that's the point. Like, a lot of people are like, well, that's just interactive. Well, play with your food.
But yeah, I was about to say, that sounds like something like I had to record. I had to have some photographers on it. That sounds.
I mean,
dope.
I got this thing on the 21st, man. This thing at the 21st, Grasshopper Farms. Like, there's going to be some photography. Like, we've already talked about this. Like, I done ran my mouth too much is really what happened. I was like, shit, all right, here we go. And we're gonna kind of change the course. We're gonna bring it to the table. That's what's gonna happen. I've done talk shit way too much. Listen, I'm a doer, okay? First and foremost, the fact that I haven't been able to do it, it's just, that's what it is.
Sir.
You know,
The dream first, you gotta do it, man.
Here's the problem, though. Ain't nobody even noticed this. I'm about to do this shit Snoop high. I don't stop smoking, y'all. Like, dabs all day, and then if dabs ain't working, I'll switch it up. I'll go to, you know, that's how I heal. That's how I learn. I have to do like 5-6 straight dabs to the dome to be able to focus on what I'm doing. And if anybody else did that, they'd be dabbed out. They'd be like, "What? Nah, man. That's my point. People can't function like this. Should I take a tolerance break? Yeah, probably. But I'll do it when we're done. I'll do it when I gotta, go to sleep at night. Like, I got some shit to do. If I'm able to function and I'm able to do this, like, I know people that are at 2,500 milligrams a day of THC. Are you fucking kidding me?
Whoa.
That's my point. Like, that's why I'm like, yo, me, that ain't shit. That ain't shit. What are you talking about? Like, I ain't 2,500 milligrams. And this is like actual medicinal, like they have to take RSO, like, but here's the thing. They had these issues that were taking the RSO. They got up to that, but they found that if they even changed that, there were some withdrawal effects. But if they kept it constant, everything's fine. I'm like, I get that. It's medicine. It makes sense.
It makes sense.
But holy shit.
Shit, yeah.
But at the same time, if they can do it, I can do it. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So it's kind of, I jest. I really do. And sorry, y'all. But at the same time, like, I do, smoking helps me concentrate, man. And I've always cooked while smoking. I am not even about to lie to you. Like, I didn't go sneak cigarette breaks a lot because I didn't have to, because edibles are amazing. You'll never know what it is to make, 35 salmon tartars that just came in because we just had a bunch of walk-ins and it just so happened to be a birthday, but everybody wants their own, so it's everyone getting a 5-course meal, for 35 people, and you're just like, nah, man, are you serious? We're supposed to leave 30 minutes ago. So you get my point. You know what I mean? Everything's... You're running on caffeine, curse words, and cannabis at that point. That's really what it is. And safety breaks are more for your safety, not mine. Okay, so there's that. But I kid. It is a ragtag group of people. It gets a good job done. Cooking is amazing, but a lot of people... they're doing it wrong, and it'll make sense when I'm not even going to tell people how. I'm just going to do it. And people are like, oh, that's my point, and the one thing that I do appreciate about food, period, no matter who does it, and that's the point of the Detroit thing, culture, man. Detroit's got this we'll never give up culture. Detroit's got this own, like, fighting flavor. I want to say it's like, iridescent in sorts, and kind of valued as though one of, life's biggest pearls. But that's very poetic of me, and it's not really doing justice to Detroit. Maybe a few share people, but real Detroiters are just kind of like, get to the fucking point. Like,
Detroit got the best food, I think.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I say, okay, Detroit does for some things.
Yeah.
Okay.
They do.
You want conies? Detroit. What are you even talking about? Like, just anywhere in Detroit. Like, Senate Coney Island in Livonia. I told you, that's my shit. Like, that's where I got introduced. Okay, let me tell you that story, because that's I'm glad we're on that now. So, man, Senate Coney Island.
I was just there, man.
Okay, so I'm young, dumb, and full of bad ideas. So I started dating this gal that lived in Livonia. Where she lives doesn't matter. She lives in Livonia. She's like, hey, I'm going to go see my mom. I want to introduce you to my mom. Come spend the night at my mom's house. And I was like, I got to work. Like, what are you talking about? And she's like, that's great. whatever. So I was like, fine. So, we planned it. I go to Livonia. What she didn't tell me is that mom liked to drink a lot. And so I already get there 2 sheets to the wind. I just got out of work. You've got exactly 15 minutes from the time that you kind of change till you're out the front door. If you're in a rush, if you're in a rush, anybody who works in the restaurant industry knows that, in that 15 minutes, I can put away 6 shots. Don't dare me. If I'm not driving, boom, 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 here we go. Take the party with you, to go, and so I did. She drove, long story short, putting them away. The next morning, she was like, can you cook? I was like, I'm drunk still. I'm not going to go rummaging around your mom's kitchen. Like, what do you I'm hammered still. I'm not doing shit. Fuck this. Like, I'm sorry. Like, what do you... I can't leave now. Like, I'm stuck, yeah. And here, what it really was is nobody wanted to cook. That's really what it came down to. So we walk into Senate Coney Island, still reeking of the bad choices we made the night before. And, I get introduced to, a halfway mediocre cup of coffee after a halfway mediocre cup of coffee, and then it slowly started to turn good. And I found out that you can taste when they change the coffee pot, because there's so many people that they're just always going through coffee. Right. Then you hear the crackling of these eggs and these hash browns and bacon being cooked in slabs of Canadian, loin cuts or ham cuts and things of that nature, all on the fryer. You can hear this. To me, that's comforting as well. I heard it. I smelled it. I sat down. I'm like, dude, I was like, I can't leave food. And it was at that moment in time I knew I was screwed. But, and she's like, what do you mean? I was like, here I am, drunk around food again. You know what I mean? And it's like, this is fantastic. And so I was like, well, what do people normally get? And she told me, and I forget what it was. And it was something with chili. I do remember that. And I was like, I can't eat that. I'll be damned if I didn't eat the whole thing. I'll be honest with you. And and then they wanted to go walk. I don't get it. What is it with women wanting to walk after food? No, I'm kidding. Oh yeah, absolutely. I was joking, but the fat man in me was like, can we not? That just sounds exhausting. But I do remember like the Detroit Institute was pretty awesome later that day, but maybe I shouldn't have eaten the chili. But the Detroit Coney Island scene is like definitely it's contendable. It's got that.
Hell yeah.
That it's a business in all its own, but there are a few institutions in Michigan kind of popping up, giving things in places a run for their money. But as far as like actual scenes, well, there's a few. There's a few. You have to be a part of it for it to be a part of the scene, but they're not too widely known or big. No one's really doing shit yet. So, but that's changed. They just got hit with COVID, so that's the way I see it. But I want to jump to a real quick, commercial break. We got this third rock that I want to show people from the Monroe Street Fair, y'all. Definitely check them out. MonroeStreetFair.com, Lazypistolz with a Z.com, y'all. When we come back, we're going to talk about the crazy dub, man. We're going to talk about, another time that just like maybe smoked too much, maybe what happened. But Monroe Street Fair, y'all. Here we go. I love horns, man. I love when horns go away and they come back like that, like that just, it just makes me all giddy inside. But happy schoolgirl or not, here we are with the crazy dubs with my man, the Extendo Master, Mr. Cornell Fairley, sorry. Yo, crazy dubs, man. We talked about last time kind of like that one time where you're just like, nah, yo. You got any other times?
Yeah, listen. Look, hey, look, I'm gonna have them watch.
Oh, man's like, nah, listen, dude. No.
Listen, I never forget it, man. I was Lincoln High School, and I just graduated. I said about a year. My cousin Brandon Moore and my friend Kyle Gower, man, dropping me off at work. I got my first job at Kroger's, man. This is when I first got introduced to the pipe, to the bowl.
Yeah.
Man, ripped that mug, and they took me to work. And like, man, you sure you'll be able to work? And I told them, man, I got this.
I'll be all right.
Yeah, I'll be all right.
Yeah.
Like, no, man, you hit it too hard. In my first time hitting the ball, I get to work though, man. I was a bagger, and I mean, it went downhill from there. I was so high because I hit that ball. It was just all the THC. It wasn't no, we call it blunt. It wasn't no blunt. None of that. Straight weed, straight marijuana to the dome. It made me sick, man. First time made me sick, so I'm bagging in front of this lady. She couldn't make it to the bathroom. Threw up the weed. All the people.
You didn't throw up on her, did you?
Nah.
Okay, good.
Didn't throw up on her. But all the pupils yellow. They knew what I was reeking. They just sent me home. They knew eyes bloodshot red. That was a bad experience, man. Bad experience. Kyle Gower and my cousin Brandon Moore, man.
Okay, listen, first and foremost, y'all, he just threw you under the bus real quick. Like, he was like, nah, both of you motherfuckers, bye.
I told him if I told my cousin, hey, I threw up off that.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, so it's interesting because that's happened to a lot of us. It's happened to me before, it's accident. That's really what it is, but ain't nobody died.
No.
I mean, there's let's face it, there's people that if they take too much of a certain thing, that was given to them, medical or not, sometimes they start puking and never stop, and unfortunately that's the problem, or sometimes it starts at something, and that's the issue here. With cannabis, that shit don't happen. No. Hungry, happy, sleepy. Yeah, if you get sick, you get sick. You can have adverse reactions, but that's it.
Laughed about it.
Yeah. But that's my point. Like, the worst thing you're gonna do is fall asleep. That's it. That's it. Yeah, that's coming from an insomniac, which is like my, dude, I've always had to fight to sleep. You know what I mean? It's just like, I'm not a violent person, but I'll beat the shit out of my pillow. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know what it is. I have found like certain CBD and CBN like mixes like a certain time, I'll be all right. But it's like, I'm used to that lifestyle, man. Like, real talk. I loved working, and I loved working long hours and stuff like that, but I loved those few hours after work when my adrenaline was up, when I'm like, yo, let's go do all of the things now. I don't have to work anymore. I'm an adult. I can say bad words in public if I want, and things of that nature. And that's what I did. I was a little shit. I'm not going to lie to you. I wish I would have puked more from things than I did from alcohol, but it's interesting that I've even made it to this point of my life. It's interesting that, like, I'm talking about weed right now. It's interesting that, like, I'm not the only one that pukes when I eat too much weed or, like, when I smoke too much. But, like, it's cool because there's so much, like, beneficial properties in this plant and around this plant, and I think it's helping a lot of people, and I think that it would help more people to know, proper dosage and what you're trying to heal and things of that nature. And I think one of the purest ways to help with that is to definitely A, talk about it, and B, from apparently what you say, aeroponics, man. That's the best way to kind of control everything.
Educate. Seriously, man. Educate our communities about it, man. Let them know how natural it is and how the endocannabinoid system. And some people don't even know that they have the endocannabinoid system in their body. What is that?
Some people tried telling me that they don't. Not even joking.
Seriously?
I'm not even joking. One guy's like, yeah, I had mine removed. I was like, bullshit. That's all I said. All I said. He's like, yeah, I didn't want to become dependent, so I just had him. I had neural surgery, and they removed. Like, no, you didn't. Like, that's all I said. I was like, no, I'm not. You know, I don't even think I don't remember the guy's name. I could take you to him right now, and I will take you. I'm not taking any cameras. I'm not embarrassing this guy. This is enough. But at the same time, homeboy straight looked me in my fucking face and goes, "I had brain surgery and I had him remove it." And I'm like, "No, you didn't. No." Oh, I love people like that. And then I had one guy who goes, "I was born without one." I was like, "There's no way." Like I was
That's
like,
funny.
I was just like, he's like, "I could smoke weed and I'll never be high." And I'm like, we're smoking, and I look over, this bitch is stoic as shit, just staring at trees. I was like, "Yo, you never high, huh?" He's like, nah, man. I was like, "Yo, it's this." He's like, "All right." Just stood there. I look at him, his eyes are glossed over. I was like, "Nah, high, huh?" I'm like, I mean, you know, I felt good. I could keep going. Bitch was done. Like, just, I thought I saw drool. Like, at that
That's
point,
funny, man. Oh man, that's funny.
listen, don't. I found in my professional career, both of them, cannabis up and merging now, I've found that people that usually flex right off the bat tap out you pretty
Come on,
early.
man.
You know what I mean? Like that's where it's at, man. And it's just
they
like,
get intimidated when I come with the next stand.
I remember, no, I did. I remember when you showed up, you're like, "You're supposed to smoke this extendo in the studio." I was like, "All right, that's cool, but like, I'm about to blow your mind with some dabs, dog." I was like, "We going to a whole new world, though, man." Like, this is, whew, how well do you know Little Red Riding Hood? That's all I'm gonna say. But no, it's good. But it is different, though. That's the thing. That's what I wanted. That's the point here. That's the emphasis here. Like, there's really a bunch of different ways to get weed in you. We don't really care which one. Just get it in you.
Yeah.
Maybe don't go, you know, that right into the deep end as far as like a cannabis enema. Like, let's talk about that for a little bit before you make that decision and make sure it's smart, because that's pretty dangerous.
Oh, yeah.
But at the same time, there's so many other options. Yeah, like there's literally anything else.
Oh man.
Straight to anal, straight to it.
Seriously.
But no, that's it's good to talk about these things. It's good to be able to, you know, share the laughs and share the memories, and then kind of just share the culture behind cannabis, because it's there, you know.
Absolutely.
I always thought it was funny, you know, when I was little, this single digits, and I would always run outside and be like, "Mom, why does it smell like burning iron?" She's like, "We just lit the burn bush." And I would look over, I was like, "It's not lit." She's like, "There's something in it burning," and she would walk away. Now that I think, I was like, "Nah, bitch, you were smoking that burning bush is what you was doing." That's what, and all of them be happy, everybody be laughing.
My mom tried to trick me too, man.
Oh,
My
shit.
uncles and them, they always they did until you get older. They trick
Yeah.
you, man. You know.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, that's they called it that left-handed cigarette.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. She's like, "Nah, we were smoking cigarettes." I was like, "That don't smell like cigarettes."
That don't smell like cigarette, right? What's that?
Well, here's the thing. I ain't hate it. When I was young, I was like, "That smells really good." I always loved this, and dude, call me fucking weird, like, because you're a little kid, you're gonna pick something up, you're gonna smell it. That's just what happens. It's just instinct.
Yeah.
We grow out of
Well,
eating it. Some of us do, but
Tails, man, that shit
right.
funny.
Right. And so, like, I used to find, like, little stashes of weed in my mom's house. Like, I remember this. And, like, I never took it. You know, I never want to be caught with it. That's what it was. But I remember finding these stashes of, like, you know, she'd have, like, stems and seeds and a few small popcorn nugs or something, you know, in the fucking, you know, in the baggie and whatnot. And, like, I would smell it and I'd be like, okay. I mean, I guess, you know what I mean? Some of it smelled pretty good. Like, it smelled better than cigarettes, I'll be honest with you. And it's funny because, like, I smoked cigarettes for shit. Damn near 20 years almost, you know, kind of give or take. A solid 16 to 18 years off and on, you know, and then after that, not really much. But that's my point. Like, imagine if cannabis were legal and cigarettes were illegal. Just imagine the world we'd be in, you know what I'm saying?
Man, a whole different other world, man. This would be a whole different other world.
I feel like there's some cartoons that were like in the 70s that probably would have lasted the test of time if we were high.
Hell yeah.
But
I totally agree.
you know, real quick, before we get to the last dub, man, and kind of talk about, you know, who we would smoke with and stuff like that, I want to reiterate on that. If, let's say, like, your kid's, like, a sports injury to, like, you know, cramps or something with your older daughters and stuff, like, would you give them CBD to alleviate their issues?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. I feel the same way. I feel CBD is absolutely fine. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely,
That's
yeah.
absolutely fine. I
Absolutely.
mean, there's more harm in taking a fucking aspirin than there is anything CBD. I was like, shit, girl, let me know. You know what I'm saying? Like, dad'll help. You know, I got this, and that's my point. Like,
Yeah.
it's gonna. I can't wait. Yo, real talk. Listen. For the COVID vaccine, whether you, again, whatever. The point is, you have to be 12 years old and older to get a free COVID vaccine. Okay, if that is the case, you should be able to use CBD at 12 years old. I'm just saying, that makes sense, right?
That
Because at
makes a lot of
18,
sense.
just 6 years later, you can die for your country. You can take out a student debt, but you can't do small business loans. So that's my point. Let's kind of just simplify these things. You know what I mean? So if my kid's going through, you know, menstrual cramps or something of that nature, I'm going to give her CBD. And if you're going to have an issue with it, you can come talk to me.
Yeah.
You're going to need some CBD after we have words, but that's not the point. You know what I mean? Like, it's just,
You know, that's where
listen.
you weigh your options on that ride, you know?
Yeah. That's my point. Like, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm trying to remediate some pain, you know, and like get rid of it and shit, and like, you know, solution to a problem. You know what I'm saying? Don't tell me I'm wrong by it, because there ain't nothing proving that you're right at this point.
Exactly.
That's what it's about, man. You know, it's about healing. It's about passing it on. It's the mentorship.
Yes.
Speaking of the mentorship, real quick, I want to play that first little ditty from Monroe Street Fair, just because it has a special place in my heart, because it's all wacky and shit. So we're gonna hit that up real quick, y'all, and then come back with the final dub with my man, the Extendo Master, here it is, Monroe Street Fair. Sorry, drive off like a mofo. Yo, that guitar and that was funkadelic, I will tell you that.
Yeah.
So, we've made it again through the 5 dubs. Playing dub, man. I don't remember who you said last time that you would smoke with. Who did you say it was? Who was it?
It was Bob Marley and Snoop.
That's right, it was Bob Marley and Snoop. All right, this time you got to pick somebody else, because I forgot. All right, so.
Bob Marley and Snoop.
Well, I get that, and fine. That's who we're already gonna like. That's already gonna happen. Cool. We're manifesting that.
Yeah.
That's fine. Pick a new one. Like, pick another one, because like it's like, all right, cool. Like, we've got that plan, but like, if we wanna, you know what I mean? If you had to pick a third, who would it be?
If I had to pick the third,
Yeah.
you know who it'd be?
No, I don't. That's why I asked you.
CHRONIclez, man.
Okay. So funny story. If you want to meet Tommy Chong, he's coming to Michigan. I'm not
I
even
met him
joking.
one time at the Hash Bash, man.
Well, yeah, which is the footage that we just played. Yep, on the Monroe Street Fair. You didn't see him in the little ad thing there?
No, he was there.
Yeah. Well, here, actually, if you just, I'll show you real quick, just a little bit of footage. No, that was the different one. Sorry. That was
That
him.
was him.
That was him.
That was this year?
No, that was like 2015, I think.
15, yeah.
Yeah. But no, this year he's going to be at Rainbow Farms in Niles, Michigan.
Okay.
So I can tell you this. Rainbow Farms is coming on the show.
Rainbow Farm.
Yeah, dude, huge. Oh my God, like there's such a story there. Like, so I was approached a couple of months ago. I went to Rainbow Farms. I met people. I saw them before they were setting up an event. It was unaccommodating for me then. I didn't really have a hotel or any way to stay. Didn't have a tent. Didn't have nothing. You get the idea. So, really didn't work out. I was just starting out the whole journalism aspect of going places and talking to people and things of that nature, right? So. I go and talk to them, smoke with them, really good smoke, really good vibe sesh, all walks of life. I loved it, man. And they told me a little bit of the backstory, and how the government, there was an actual firefight like at Rainbow Farms, and somebody died. And so, I'm paraphrasing like a mofo here, but at the same time, like, it's a deep connection and deep grassroots of cannabis, and people like Tommy Chong, all the OGs know about it. They've graced their presence before numerous times, and so he's going to grace their presence again this year as a special judge for the Rainbow Farm Cup or something like that, or whatever award ceremony that they're giving. So you guys go check them out, man. RainbowFarms.com, I think it is. I'm definitely going to try and go. I mean, just as kind of, I try to hit all of the cannabis, events and things and say what's up. It's my backyard. I got to say something. I'm going to try and go. But Tommy Chong will be there. That's already been confirmed, and so that's pretty gnarly. A couple of people a few months ago, they're like, man, what are you talking about? Tommy Chong's coming mission. You don't know this. You don't know this. So wait, did I not just announce that? Because I tried telling you, and well, here it is. Not to sound cocky or anything, but that's how these things work. Moving on, I think it's really awesome. I think that there's a lot of history there. I think that if you've never been to Rainbow Farms, you absolutely have to fucking go. Like, that's not even a question. There's a vibe there that speaks to you. And the stories aren't, I wouldn't say whispers on the wind, because you can hear, you can feel, you can see the energy, literally, but trying to captivate it with an incandescent light isn't going to do it justice. It's not going to show, the virility of everything around it. It's not going to show you the energy there. They hide it, and then it just happens, and it's interesting because it almost follows like this nomadic view on life. Like during the day, everything's kind of tucked away and everything like that, and then as soon as the temperature starts to drop, people start coming out. And it literally is like forest people, my man. You know what I mean? Like, they come out of these huts and these tents and all of these these shanties, if you will, and they come out, and it's, where were you? How many people were in there? You know what I mean? Like, damn, but it's just like they're, rested, they're ready to go. And it's just like, holy shit. And then they start building, and you'll walk into one of the buildings or one of the little kiosks or something, and then you'll turn around and that shit's built, and they've got 3 more just like it. And it's like, am I on shrooms right now? What's going on? But, Rainbow Farms, y'all, definitely go check them out. Tommy Chong or not, it doesn't matter. The point is Rainbow Farms, that's where you're going to be able to go smoke with Tommy Chong. So you get half of them. You'll get half of Cheech and Chong. Yeah. Cheech just had a birthday, didn't he?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I would ask him if I had one question for Tommy Chong. This doesn't change. And it's the same question I'm about to ask you. How's it feel? And that's what I'm going to ask him. And now I ask you, looking at yourself 15 years ago, my man, to now, how's it feel?
Man, it feel fucking damn good, right?
Good.
It feel fucking damn good, man.
I'll be honest with you, I don't think that, I didn't think, I didn't think that I would make it this far in my life. I thought I would end up, face down in a shallow grave somewhere because I said the wrong thing to the wrong person, or shot up with heroin and left for dead or something. Dude, there's, so many anxieties that would run through a person's head. It is what it is. I'm here. we're gonna have some fun, man. You know, everybody wants to rock and roll and party, but at the same time, you know, nobody wants to be serious and stuff like that. But
I'm
told us
gonna bring that though.
I'm just trying to be that cool substitute teacher. You know what I'm the one that you totally smells like weed because I woke up on the frat boys couch like an early, like, oh shit, I gotta get to work. Wait, you know what I mean? It's like I've never considered myself, you know, kind of talking to other people and kind of educating, but fuck it, here we are, man. You know, and we're gonna see what we can do. We're gonna see what we can do, you know, and I look forward to that, man. And so I write in my book, I'm almost done. I gotta finish
Take your
writing.
time, man. Take your time.
Well, that's just it. Like, okay, I shit you not. I wrote something so just like proverbially ripping my heart out of my chest and slamming it and smearing, you know, these incantations and words and phrases in my own blood and as ink on this paper, and then I deleted it.
That's not good, man.
No, on purpose.
Oh.
Because I felt that it wasn't ready for me to write yet. You understand? Like it flowed. And I've noticed that once I kind of harness that, it's, you know, curtains closed. It's curtain closed. You know, that's what it is, man. And I can't appreciate you enough for kind of being along with this journey, you know, and kind of, you know, being a part of this, you know. And it's interesting because people they're not grateful enough nowadays. People don't understand gratitude, and gratitude and time are the two most gracious of things that we need to kind of instill into future generations, honestly. And I can just hear my grandfather saying this right now.
Absolutely.
But that's the truth, you know. And I think that for many years we shied away from the truth, cannabis being one of those examples, you know. And I think that a lot of pedantic, you know, predecessors here, you know, our parents, grandparents, that may or may not be cannabis, you know, advocates. They might hate it because it's illegal. Well, don't judge me and what we're doing here in this generation when you didn't do shit. Y'all supported the war on drugs. Like, there's a song, if losers are users, then users are losers. Don't do drugs. I remember that. I remember McGruff, the crime dog and shit from Chicago. I remember those really terrible, like, Lionel Richie, like, Great Balls of Fire, like, stupid music videos you would make and then tell us that drugs are bad while you just smoked a fucking Jimmy. Like, that's, like, come on, man.
Teachers come to school high and teachers dare.
Oh, facts, bro. In addition to, real talk, I had street teachers growing up, no bullshit, that literally stopped outside because they still had ashtrays on their desks that they had to carry outside and go smoke a cigarette. As long as they smoked outside the building, that was fine.
That's crazy.
Well, it was the middle of Tennessee in the early 90s. What the fuck do you expect? But the point is, like, you know, it doesn't matter. You know, the sheriff was their cousin. They didn't give it. You know, what's going to happen? But the fact of the matter is, that wasn't that long ago. Okay? That wasn't that long ago. I don't think that cannabis should have ever been illegal. I don't think that it should have been stopped, period. I wish that it wasn't, but hey, you know, don't judge me because it is now. You feel me? You know, also, let's face it, a lot of the issues built by the system that people like that kind of, you know, are cogs in, kind of just blew up in our faces with a little thing called a pandemic. So how right were y'all? You know what I mean? So that's where I'm at with it, you know? So it's like, the facts don't really give a shit about your opinion. You know what I mean?
Nope.
That's where it's at, man. But I can't thank you enough, my man, for coming on the show, dude. I always, you know, always a pleasure to kind of catch you, you know, in the middle of doing what you're doing. I've been hearing a lot about Lazypistolz lately in the Arrow way. There's a few people that have like, yo, you know, CORNELL. I was like, funny story. I do. And they're like, no shit. And I'm like, yeah. They're like, how? I just told you. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. But, you know, people are great. We all smoke weed. It's great, man. But I got that event coming up on the 21st. I'm gonna let you know about. You definitely gonna want to check that out.
You know I will be there.
Oh yeah, you already know where it's gonna be. It's gonna be in the middle of that field.
The middle of that field.
It's not even. It's gonna smell really good.
Oh man.
Yo, my man I was like, yo, what's this? And I was like, is that Van Helsing? He's like, yeah. I was like, my man's growing Van Helsing. He's like, yeah.
He got some. Hey man, Will is amazing, man.
He's a good dude. You know, shout out Grasshopper Farms right now.
Absolutely, man.
That's just big moves by little people. That's what it is, man.
That's all.
Finally, I'm gonna cannonball into this lake of life, you know, and see how deep this bitch goes. But nevertheless, my man, it's always been a pleasure.
Yes.
It's always been a pleasure, my man. The Arrowway, y'all. Lazypistolz with a Z.com. My man, the Extendo Master. Yo, my tokers, my jokers, my smokers. Make sure you take it easy, take it sleazy. Either way, just remain breezy. I'm Chef Rod. This is the Extendo Master. We'll see you guys on the flip. Peace.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Tell me, how has cannabis impacted your life?
Now, this is something I've been asked a few times now. The answer is simple. It gave me my life back. Over the years of putting a flame to a pan or mincing onions, I've learned that state of mind is a powerful thing. Far too often do we let things like anxiety and depression take the wheel and steer us. The use of cannabis has taught me the importance of self-care, which has allowed me to take a step back, observe, deduce, and calculate my feelings and emotions. This has helped me in so many ways in and out of the kitchen. That I believe in this so much, I've decided to change my life and help erase the stigma behind the devil's lettuce. This is where I choose to tell my story with flavors and terpenes. Only this is where I add my own flavor, a flavor that can help people heal as I did, cannabis. So grab a joint, light it up, and come with me as I embark on this journey. This is Deliciously Dope, a journey into the world of culinary cannabis.
Hi, I'm Patrick McNeil, starting out and struggling actor. Known for two things in my short and illustrious career I've had so far, and that's being a skid and doing meth. On Letterkenny, of course. I've done it all in the background. Moving, dancing, drinking, not talking. Now I think I'm ready to get out of that background with the new voice box I got from Walmart. Works great from the background all the way to the foreground of film. Let's go. Here's some of my acting emotions that I think I was talking to you about earlier. Here's me happy. So what's this joyous news I hear? Oh, Grandma's not responding. Oh, well, you better cash in on that insurance policy. Here's me angry. Jordan took a bite out of it. I can't just take this beef, cut it, take the extractor remains from your word hole, and then sell it to a new customer. Now can I? Here's me sad. Ketchup on the burger. What in the name of Poseidon's boots are you talking about? This is an audition for a taxi cab. More burgers and ketchup. Next. Here's me after a month-long drug, booze, and burrito binge. Ugh. I'm a character actor, meaning I play characters on movies and TV shows, probably. So if I put 2 and 2 together, it's not 5, meaning I can be a character actor. So the next time you need a hobo, spare change for old Albert, sir. A drug dealer.
Hey Holmes, I got that Jaja from Lake Titicaca.
Or a serial killer for your next unionized gig.
I'm gonna be your serial killer today. I stabbed it. It hasn't come out yet. Where am I supposed to look?
Call me up and I'll kill the performance. Get it? Serial killer? Never mind. Yeah, just call me for the next video production or, you know, your next production there, buddy. All right.
What the fuck are you doing in my house? What is going? Where did you get in here?
You won't be disappointed.
How are you here?
This is not my
Get out!
Gotta go. Bye.
And dear Patrick, please pay by this or break your legs by the 30th.
you made it to the back of the video. That is awesome. So make sure to like it, subscribe to it, so you stay chained to it. Now, I'm gonna go pay off some debt that I don't owe, or my legs get broken. It's like the paper. You can into the forest. Looking left and right, nails in his hands. Yeah, hello?
Greetings,
Where is he?
We can have him like you said, and then we just drop him
Well,
off.
he's a star of our new review line, and I need him here, so... No, you're fucking important. Hey, never mind, Paul. I found him. He's here. Made him much a racket.
My name is Paul. 1996.
Hello, Mr. Flynn. Fuck is Mr. Finn? You fucking assaulted me? Huh? No, Albert. Well, fucking ain't no why are you two feeling, dick? How the fuck I get here? I don't know why I'm holding this. Funny story about that. Production van came, kidnapped you, because you never want to fucking cooperate every time we have to make a video, because I own you, right? So let's get this review on the line and get this train wreck fucking moving, okay? Get to it. Where's my fucking shoes? Well, there's a hot turkey sandwich in it for you if you shut the fuck up and just do what I tell you to review. I don't know how to renew shit for you, fucking little shit bitch. No, you go fucking take a shit, you bitch. You'll get food. Oh, why didn't you tell Albert Flynn or that? I'll do some turkey. I need food, I'm hungry. You gotta review this wine. I can see you already have a bottle of liquor with you, but I need your judgment for this. Fuck you, you got a wizard or something? You're a fucking leprechaun. Yes, Al. Wallaroo? Is this a bottle of fucking water? No, Albert. No. Yeah. You want my thoughts on Wallaroo Trail? Yes, Al. Wine. This fucking cunt. You want me to Shires? I don't know that guy in jail. Blend vines from Australia, Canada. I don't know why they picked him up. They said he was only 6 out of 10 drunk. I don't know why he was being like this. He's just going on and on. Here's a little story of a Wallaroo. Halfway between a Wallaroo and a kangaroo is often found in the vineyards of Austria. The Austrians have a kangaroo. It's Australia, Al. Just so you know. Probably gonna try it out, maybe though. I fucking hate wine. Just drink it and tell us what you freaking think, man. Read the rest, so we're gonna have a little taste. We'll smell it. We're all out of winter. How can this guy drink liquor and wine all at once? What's he doing? Not bad, actually. Premium. Hello, sweat, hell. Shut the fuck up. It's not for me. I don't know why. Well, that went way better than I expected. And like, oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? Hey, Al. Yeah, Paula?
It's Paul.
Paula's out again.
I'm busy, Steve.
I don't fucking care about that. Get Big Steve. He's the only guy that can pick him up.
Big Steve's
Or
not...
get another fucking person for me so I can lift him up and get him the fuck out of here, please. We'll throw him back out on the street. We'll hook up with him again.
Everyone sounds lunch. Can you just drop me?
Oh my god, just get Big Steve here now. He's the only guy who lives by himself. Bye, bye, bye. Fucking PAs. Fuck's sakes.
You notice the promotion in my beard? Well, you gotta get somewhere, little roll. You need fruit.
Hi, I'm Benjamin Smithers, and I'm gonna show you my voice today. Why isn't this working? Hi, my name is Benjamin Smithers. I'm going to sing like this.
It started off as a dream.
My name is Ben, and I can sing. Oh, it's recording. Okay. Remember the name, Benjamin Smithers, because I am going to change this world one day. You'll see with the voice I have. That reminds me of a song that I wrote. It's called I'm Benjamin Smithers, and I'm going to change the world one day. Here how it goes. And Benjamin Smithers, changing the world today. Gonna do it every night.
It then soon became a nightmare.
Benny was always an excellent singer. Great vocal range. Well, until the accident.
And sometimes nightmares can be contagious. Just ask this guy.
Could you read it, buddy?
Ha! Ben, you stop fucking calling for auditions and wasting the fucking actors and actresses' time. Choked on a fucking cashew and he's all of a sudden an actor, ex-singer? Fuck off. You waste my fucking time.
Ben choked on a cashew when he was 29. Apparently that gave him a voice for acting.
Fitness instructor for the commercial. Are you tired of looking skinny like me? No. I'm going to be auditioning for the role of Angry Car Honker number 9. Can you keep it down over there? I'm trying to do my audition tape. I'm going to be auditioning for the role of Snowflake number 2. I will be an actor one day. And I will be the face of movies and TV for a time to come. I'll be movies and TV face. Find this ruins. But I did find them. Found one. Hi, I'm Benjamin Smithers. B.E.
Benny has some sort of brain defect where he always has to spell his name. I kind of find it odd and frankly disgusting that he's mentally incapacitated like that. Benny, when you're talking about Tabasco, what I learned at theater camp was to be the Tabasco.
Oh my god.
Here, let me just show you.
No, this is my audition. No, this is mine. It's mine. Get out.
Oh, I haven't said anything in a while. Yes, Ben Smithers, the once singer, now struggling actor, resides somewhere here in North America. Will he take Hollywood by storm? Will he ever change his shirt? Can he tone down the awkwardness? We can tell you, just not today. Did anyone else notice that on the old footage, those weren't real months? Who was in charge of that? Ben?
Hi, I'm Benjamin Smithers. Hello, I am Benjamin Smithers. These are just acting exercises I like to do sometimes. Teeth.